Sweep the area!
Some NPCs. Alright, so we already got a group here to follow. I need to go to Rostock, kind of, sort of, maybe. However, can't really pass this opportunity. I can't pass this opportunity up. Running. Ooh. So that's... Alright, so... let's see what this group is up to. Wow, every single one of those weapons were absolutely... Unfortunately, these damn guys are going in the opposite way that we go, but we'll follow them. We'll see what we can get into. Okay, since they're on the road, I think it's perfect. It's a perfect opportunity to run away from these guys. So, since these guys are on the road, they seem to be sticking to it. I'm gonna run away. And let's see if these guys stay in the game. Okay, yeah, they're definitely going to stick to the road, so this is a really good opportunity. What's going on, guy? Let me know in the chat if the audio sounds alright, if you can hear me on the microphone. Now, I've ran, like, what? I don't know, maybe 200 meters away from these guys. So, let's go back, ignore those people to our left. And I mean, this is seriously the benefit of the doubt. I have not ran that far away at the end of the day. I'm guessing that they're still going to be in the game. It looks like we're about to crack an mission, too. That or we just got a really nice sunrise here. Look at that, guys! So, I would say that's about 250 meters. Maybe that's a little too much. Maybe it was more like 150 to 200. But they are still here. One's gone, which is kind of weird. I wonder where he went off to. Okay, so see, that's some of the wonky stuff that I explained in my video. So there was 3, clearly, as I ran away. But now there's 2. So, again, I'll give the benefit of the doubt here and see if we can try to find him. Maybe he got in front of these guys. Okay, so 1 despawned out of 3. And I kind of alluded to that a little bit in my last video, that if you follow these guys long enough, eventually they'll start to disband until they ultimately disappear. Which, even when you do follow them, they don't really do anything. Whereas in the previous 3 games, they would do stuff. I mean, it wasn't groundbreaking. We're talking 15 years ago, after all. But they would make it a point to go to different POIs. Maybe, you know, some of them had commands to go artifact hunting, which in fairness, these guys are kitted out. There's no way they would go artifact hunting. But it just kind of seems like they are tasked with randomly walking around. Which is fine. You know, as long as... I was gonna say, as long as the zone's filled with people, but ultimately, if you're looking for immersion, it's nice to see these guys actually doing something outside of just shooting their guns. So I'm gonna stick with these. As boring as it may be, this stream is just all about following NPCs, seeing if we can get them to despawn, see if we can get them to spawn in, seeing what kind of wacky stuff we run into. If we run into any mutant AI, I'll jump up here on a bus or something and see if we can break it. But all in all, you know, here's something that you haven't heard in my videos. Well, I don't touch on it enough. Game is fucking fun, guys. Stalker 2 is a fun game. Alife, even being in its infancy, it's still fun. Like, you can't deny that the game is fun. It's just, when you are so used to a system in the prior games, and when the company markets an improved system from the prior games, you buy the game or download the game on Game Pass thinking that you're going to get this fully simulated world, and then on launch realize that you just have wonky spawns instead and NPCs that don't do anything.
I need cover!
So we're going to try not to engage here unless it's crucial. Like, I'll save these guys' lives if I have to. Oh, fuck. So much for saving their lives. Oh, I just shot my freaking teammate, dude. I thought he went down. That grenade must have just knocked him down. Dude, that dude's taking some shots, eh? Fairness, I definitely don't have my best weaponry out right now. Dude, I should have probably geared up before I did this whole situation. That's why I was heading to Rostock, but then I ran into this group and I got distracted. Figured it was a good opportunity to follow them. Well, we lost our duty members, sadly. Just bull rush that dude. Alright, guys, I guess we're gonna have to find another group to follow. So, here's a little tips and trick. Which I'm sure most of you guys do this anyways, and we actually got lucky with our loot. All of them are viable. Guys, there's no point, unless you're going to Ragman in Rostock, to carry broken guns, so your red guns. Unless it's a gun that you don't have, and you plan on taking it back to a mechanic to fix, a technician rather. Don't waste your inventory. And unload before you pick it up. That way, when you go here into the guy's loot bag, you can just throw it in his pocket. Don't have to worry about unloading it inside the loot menu. Also, pick the weapons up off the ground and throw them in these guys' body, because the more weaponry you have laying on the ground, the worse the performance will be. Now, this is something that you can test on your own, especially when you're in an indoor area. It really makes a difference. Because I don't know why, but just weaponry is intensive. Just laying on the ground. But however, as soon as you put it in somebody's loot bag, it cleans up. Alright, so we'll just start heading towards our original goal here, which was raw stock, so I can actually get a decent kit. Because right now I'm just using this AK that you get pretty early in the story. And if we're going to be interacting with enemies throughout this whole stream, I'd like to be able to defend myself. So is there anything that you guys that are watching right now want to see in specific? Me test? So I plan on testing multiple scenarios here. But I gotta obviously take what I can get. So if we run into somebody, I do want to follow them. And we're gonna sleep when we get back to Rostock too, because this viewing experience ain't great for you guys. I mean, enemies, Quake, are absolute laser beams right now, man. They really are. It's it's unfortunate, especially with how expensive everything is currently to fix. Like, for instance, I'm rolling with the diamond exoskeleton. We're sitting at 84%. It is going to be outrageous to repair that 16%. I'm calling it right now. It's probably going to be about 22 grand. And all I did so far is run from s.t.a.l.k.e.r to right here. So this run has already costed me 20 G's just in my armor. That's not even including, you know, this, which is expensive. You know, that's another 16% we gotta repair. This is gonna be cheap. But, I mean, holy shit. Good thing, and I'm just gonna be upfront and honest with you guys. Good thing before they well, I don't even think they fully patched the grenade trick. The vendor trick where I'll show you guys once we get to Rostock, but you used to be able to triple your money by doing this little money glitch, and I absolutely did that. As you can see, I got 726k. So the repair costs don't hurt me as bad, but I can imagine, you know, some of you guys being pissed about it. Joey, I would say that the grenade spams got a little better, but it's still pretty bad. I mean, my big thing is, which I really plan on showcasing here, in fact, it's the whole reason I decided to live stream today, is, say, I'm going to paint a scenario here for you. Okay, say we got a group of enemies right here, like by this tree, and they're shooting at me. Okay, we got this hill right here. Say I go down this hill, obviously they shouldn't be able to see me at all at this point. The hill is now blocking my, you know, point of view. Say I backpedal, go the whole way around this train here, reposition to, I don't know, and still, think about this, we still got this hill blocking us. And then I reposition to here. They still know where I'm at the whole time. And that's one thing that I didn't show in my video, which I was kicking myself about afterwards. But at this point, they would still know. Like, I haven't even crested the hill yet, but they would still know where I'm at. And that really never happened in the older games. Now, the AI was far from perfect in the older games. We're talking about 15 years here. But they certainly didn't track you when you repositioned. Like, that was my playstyle in the older games. Repositioning constantly. Gotta be able to trick the AI. And we're talking Unreal Engine 5 here, guys. As intensive as that engine is, which it is, it's super intensive. It's a resource hog. it's still a really, really smart, really capable engine. There is no excuse why the AI should be absolute Rambos like that and see through walls, see through hills. In that case, is that example that I made. I got the mantle mod. Oh, God. There's a trick for you guys. If you get caught in one of those, just hold sprint, and right before it blasts, jump. You'll still take a little bit of damage, but ultimately it's a whole hell of a lot better than getting stuck in there altogether. Good job, man. Dude, I can't hit nothing right now. I'm gonna try to lead these guys over to something. Okay. Let's see what they do. Nah, I'm not up high enough. So, my thing here before... Come on, follow me, guys. Dogs specifically, when you would get up on something high... Okay, this is perfect. They would all run and hide before this patch. And they would hide so damn good that there was no way you could see them. Oh, shit. They can get up here. Come on, mantle. I don't think they can get up here. Alright. So, I mean, that's a bonus. So they did fix the mutant AI. Because before, they would all run and hide collectively at the same time, and then as soon as you would jump off the train, they would all bull rush you. It didn't have to be the train, obviously. Just whatever you could stand on. They would all bull rush you. Now, I am going to run like a little vagina here because I noticed there was a pseudo dog down there. They are a pain in the butt to deal with. Actually, you know what? Follow me. Damn it! I can't believe that triggered, man. I jumped over it. It's trying to get these dogs to run through it. We're gonna let nature kill these guys for us. Yeah. Ooh, what's this? Interesting. Alright, guys. Dude, I'm in trouble. So that should be the dog right there. No, it wasn't. Now, here's a trick with the pseudo dogs. I mean, once you single out the dog that is the problem, which I think it's this guy, once you get a few hits... No, it wasn't. Once you get a few hits in him, he'll start bleeding. And then at that point in time, he'll stick out like a sore thumb because he's the only dog that's bleeding. I'll see if I can... I don't want to waste too much ammo here. I mean, they are kind of hiding. It's not as egregious as it was pre-1.12, though. I mean, this is a good example, though. Before, I really wasn't at a... I wonder if that right there is going to put me inside this building. Because I'm really curious as to what is in here. I'm gonna try that right now. Holy fucking shit. Talk about I don't want them to throw a grenade in there, man. That would be big trouble for me. Let's see if this puts me inside that building as we hit 3 FPS. Sorry that I wasn't really paying attention to chat there, guys. That whole pseudo dog situation had me fully locked. Yeah, they honestly, I don't even think it was just Shadow of Chernobyl, Jonathan. They were spammy in every game. I think it was just, I think it was a lot more noticeable, especially at launch in this game, just because how the spawn system was working out at launch. With everything spawning in a 90-meter radius, man, it was just so much more noticeable, especially when you would have a cluster of, I don't know, let's just say 6 or 7 enemies at you, all throwing grenades. It got a little crazy. So I've already been here before. I don't really want to be here again. There's multiple bloodsuckers. I'm a little bummed that that's took me that far away. In fact, okay, that's not bad. We're still pretty close to Rostock. Selena, I remember you from the comments in a couple of my videos. First and foremost, I appreciate you being consistent, seemingly, and following basically everything that I've posted about this game. I mean, really, the best way I can describe Alife very quickly and to summarize it is think of it as a simulation. Oh, I did it again, dude! Simulation. Essentially, every NPC in the world is simulated, tracked, and has a list of commands and tasks that they can do. I know, dude. I don't know why I continue to say simulation. Like, I even called myself out on it in my last video. I'm an idiot, man. Selena, I'm actually working on a Stalker anomaly video series. It's kind of like a challenge that I'm doing. It's gonna showcase Alife majorly. I mean, already, because I have episode 1 recorded, I mean, just some of the things that I've got myself into in that episode really answered a lot of your questions. Oh, man, I thought these guys were friends. Come on, guys. I already have, like, a 30K bill coming at me just for my armor alone. Yeah, hold that down, mother trucker. I'm a pretty good shot, guys. I just haven't... I haven't showcased that very well here so far. I guess we can loot them real quick. Sorry, I was reading. I'm gonna have to ask you guys to bear with me a little bit in the whole live stream. This is only the 3rd live stream I've really ever did. I'm kind of a big noob in terms of doing the whole chat plus play thing. It's in the code, FPS. Like, there is actual scripting for a silencer for this gun. However, it's not in the game. Like, with console commands, you can physically spawn it in the game, though. I mean, it might be in a very, very unique location that nobody's found yet. But the one video that I seen covering the silencer for the SVU showcased how it was in the scripting. Like, there's a line for it, but nobody's found an actual physical, tangible one inside the game yet. Hey, Joey Mills, I actually, it took me, like, I'm not even gonna lie, 10, 12 times, like, takes for my last video that I made surrounding patch 1.12. During one of those takes, I actually, like, compared this patch and this whole launch surrounding Stalker 2 to Clear Sky, because in my opinion, we're kind of repeating history. Like, if you were around for Clear Sky's launch, it was the same damn thing. Like, when Clear Sky released, it was super buggy. But not only was it super buggy, the AI was brain dead, alife was essentially non-existent, and I think a lot of that stemmed from them trying to do new things with alife. They introduced the faction wars into the whole equation, and you had just a bunch of groups running around capturing and defending points of interests. So what they did in their first major patch to combat that, or to I'm trying to think of a good word for it, they overcompensated realistically. So everything got overtuned, and then the encounters were just everywhere. And I feel like that's kind of where we're at right now. Everything feels overtuned. Now, me personally, I don't mind it, but my ear has been to the ground. I mean, I'm a content creator after all, part-time content creator, so I pay attention to a lot of people's problems. And that's one thing that I've noticed that people have been complaining about, is just how often encounters happen now. It just, how bad it's really sucking their whole ammo surplus, all their meds. I mean, it really, really reminds me of Clear Sky. Which, I'm gonna say right now, I don't know if this is a popular opinion. In fact, I would go as far as say is unpopular. I think Clear Sky is extremely underrated. It is one of the best games in the series, because I love the whole faction war. Now, that being said, I'm gonna show you guys something here. So, vendors, this is a serious tips and tricks. When you're in Rostock, you obviously have your medical guy over here, you have Ragman, and then you have Birch and Eugene. So, it took me a lot of, like, trial and error figuring this out. And it seems really stupid to point out, because a lot of you might already know this, but when you have broken weapons, so yellow condition, obviously red, he's the only person that in the whole game that'll buy a red weapon. But a yellow weapon, for instance, Ragman will give you more money for your yellow weaponry than Eugene will. And then Eugene will give you more money for your pristine condition weapons than Ragman will. So right now I don't have anything pristine on me. Let me fix my stuff, which this is gonna hurt. With your... Let's see. I'm calling 26K to fix this. Oh, that's not bad. All right, I can live with that. I mean, the whole repair bill altogether is gonna cost me probably 20K. Alright, so now since I have a pristine weapon here, so watch this. I'm not selling it, obviously, because no freaking way I would sell my SVU. I have a SVU, rather. 36,793. That's what he's willing to give me for this weapon. Now I take it over to Ragman.
You get it.
Significantly less. Over 12,000 less. Eugene was willing to give me 37,000. This cheap ass is only willing to give me $24,000 for the same exact weapon. Now, the opposite happens with, you know, the yellow weapons. For some reason, Eugene is willing to pay more for junk than Eugene will. I mean, Ragman's willing to pay more for junk than Eugene will. And it kind of makes sense, because Eugene actually comments on Ragman selling shitty weapons. Yeah, WoW is right.
You made the right
WoW
call.
is right. It's just one of those, like, min-max things, man, that I found out. Just, dude, if you follow my channel, you'll realize pretty quickly that I hyper-focus on them. It's like, I dig into every single game that I play. I mean, you guys might obviously not be Starfield fans or players, but some of the shit that I've accomplished in Starfield in the Outpost system is ridiculous. So ridiculous that Screen Rant and a couple other publications covered my Outposts network just because it's so fucking ludicrous. I just like taking games and really dissecting them. Oh, and then here. You know what? Before I dick around in that case. So, medical. So, we'll get a ragman because he's near the medical guy. So, look at this. So, we got anti-rad drugs here. $124 for this anti-rad. Now we go to the doctor. Across the way. Ragman, 124. 187. So he'll pay more for medical items, which makes sense. It makes sense that the doctor would pay more for any medical item than anybody else. And then the same thing goes for Birch. Take all of your armor kits, so all the helmets, the chest pieces you pick up, take them to Birch, because she'll pay more than any of the weapons.
Hope it's nothing.
In terms of cheap repairs, just go to whoever is green. So whoever looks at you as a friend, that's who you want to take your repairs to. Wait a minute. What am I trying? I'm treating him like he's my chest, man. I was about to dump all my ammo off on him. So for me personally, I only ever carry 10 anti-rads and 20 med packs, 20 bandages. So anything that I have extra, I always just sling. Yep, I'll take care of it. So now, we'll go to my chest here real quick. What we'll do is we'll put together a kit, and then we're going to go out in the daytime since the sun just came out, and we're going to see if we can dissect patch 1.12 live. So I'm not going to need vodka. Well, actually, I always carry one vodka on me just in case if I run into an NPC that needs a vodka, which that's happened before. Oh, here's another tips and trick, guys. Bread is the... Okay, I'll show you physically. Bread weighs the least out of every food item. So here we have 0.3 for bread. We got 0.4 for canned food. Now for sausage, we have 0.4. So if you're gonna carry food, you might as well just carry bread, because ultimately it weighs the least. Now that I say some of this stuff out loud, I feel like I should make a video going over intricacies. Okay, I'm gonna read that here. Obvious. Dude, night vision goggles, man? I was one of the first people that, like, the second day after launch, I was already saying about night vision. I don't know if you remember this, Quake. Probably do, if you're an OG. They used to have generations, like 3 different tiers. They called it 1st gen, 2nd gen, and 3rd gen night vision in the previous games. Like, 1st generation night vision was garbage. Like, it was real grainy. Couldn't really... It was, like, real white-ish. Like, it had a white tint to it. It was washed out. That's basically the best way that we could describe it. And then by the time you get to 3rd gen, it was super crystal clear, man. It was butter. What should I run, guys? I'm gonna leave it up to you. I mean, I have 16 people in here, which is more than I've ever had in a live stream, so thank you guys. I know that sounds very scrub levels, but listen, I got like 860 subscribers, so that's huge for me. But it's on you guys. You know, I don't know how to make... Here. Yeah, I'm an absolute scrub. I'll have to look that up. I'm going to give you guys T-minus 20 seconds. Type what? I'm going to go slowly here. See what I have. I have basically everything. You tell me what to run, and I'll run it. But just keep in mind, I don't really run shotguns anymore because my Rhino is essentially my shotgun, and I fit it in a pistol slot, so I'm able to run a sniper and some kind of assault rifle in my mains now. That's called min-maxing, boys and girls. All right, T-minus 12 seconds. Tell me. All right, you guys lost. So we're going to run the Zuber, probably. And we're going to put this stuff away. And I'm going to run something that I don't really ever run, which is the EBR. So this thing right here. So we got our Zuber. And that's mainly because I have a shit ton of 9x19 that I never use. I'll carry probably... I mean, we might as well carry a surplus because I'm going to be out in the sticks for a while. And then... we're going to need some 308. Take probably 40 armor. Probably 70 of the... one more stack of buckshot. And we're out. We're good. I don't need these anymore since I put the AK away. Good on everything. Take a couple more. Alright. Let's go test some alife. Dude, the Zuber's dope. I don't think it gets enough credit. I don't ever see anybody using this in any videos. None. Zero. I mean, with the right scope here, I got this ×2. And then you got automatic and single shot. I mean... and it uses 9x19, which... you get such an abundance of that ammo. I think mine's... no, I don't have the mag yet. This is like the only gun that I don't have the extended mag for. Alright, so... let's... I don't want to go up this way, mainly just because that's where all my quests are. I want to stay away from that for this. Let's actually head this direction and go up to the cooling towers, because I'm very curious to see if the SKD assembly plant is still absolutely busted. Which I showcased that in a previous video, just how busted it was. Now, I know... we just crashed. Oh, man. It's crashed. There's no way we crashed. I have this will be the first crash that I've ever had in my 100 hours of playing. Could have something to do with me streaming, but... yeah, RIP is right. Yep, I think we crashed, boys and girls. Interesting.